So hello everyone and welcome back. So today in this video we are going to discuss in depth about the land revenue system of the Akbar. How many systems basically were adopted by the Akbar to strengthen their land revenue administration? Why different system rather than one system adopted by Akbar to strengthen their land revenue system like Dehsala system, Zabti or the Bandobast system, Nasak or Kanput system. Apart from all these three systems, one system also we will discuss here is basically Galla Bakshi or the Batai system. And apart from this, we will also discuss what are the contribution of the Todar Mal in strengthen the Zabti system or the Bandobast system, which is basically Dehsala system is a extended version of the Zabti system. Apart from that, how these systems affected the peasant and what are the contribution that were basically adopted or the given by the Akbar to strengthen the livelihoods of the peasant. But before going forward, let us discuss a question and you have to answer these questions in the comment box, right? So the question says that Israel has common border with. Here we have given four options. You have to choose one option. Which option is correct, right? Option first says Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt. Option B, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, Jordan. Option C, Cyprus, Turkey, Jordan, and Egypt. And option D, Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. You have to answer these questions in the comment box. Let us understand one by one. But before going forward, let us discuss why land revenue system is basically important at that time. As you all know, at that time in ancient India as well as medieval India and some part of the modern India as well, land revenue plays a pivotal role in strengthening the administrative machinery of the empire. Right now, suppose a ruler who is very expansionist and who basically eager to expand their territory. Now, what they required? Basically, they required large armies. In large armies will be loyal when you pay handsome salaries to the officials, right? So, all for these, the basic needs were the money, right? So, land revenue at that time plays a pivotal role in the continuity in the flow of the revenue to the empire. That is why it is necessary to strengthen the land revenue administration, right? So for territorial expansion, you need a large army, and to check the loyalty of your army, you need to pay handsome salary to the officials, and which require the continuous flow of the money. So land revenue is a way that provide a continuity of the flow of the revenue to the empire. Apart from that, when you adopted a good land revenue system, it is basically into operation of the peasant. When the land revenue system of any empire is basically distracted, the operations of the peasant at that particular area will be right. So you need to reform the land revenue system in order to end the operation of pigeon. Apart from that, suppose there is an area which is lie in the flooding zone, and suppose a natural calamities like the flooding or the fire burst happened. Now, what are the measures that you should take to strengthen their pigeons basically position? So when you adopted a good land revenue system, these land revenue system basically on the basis of the some of the factors like types of cultivation, means which crops basically you grow. Apart from the classification of land that was basically adopted by Akbar in Polaj, Parthi, Chachar, and Banjar. When these types of land came under natural calamities, right? So the emperor should issue a loan to recover the peasant. So when you classify the lands basis on the area, the Takabi loan will be issued. So without strengthening the land revenue system, sorry, you cannot issue Takabi loan basis on the area, right? Apart from that, if there is a famine-like condition occurred, it is necessary to maintain a granary. And when you can maintain the granary, the first thing you should to keep in mind that when agriculture produce surplus, that is, if surplus production occurred, then only you can maintain granary, right? Now, suppose you have not strengthening their administrative machinery of land revenue system, or you are not issuing the Kabi loans, you are not helping basically the farmers or the peasants, their surplus production will be not occurred, and this lead to maintaining of granary, right? That is, you cannot maintain the granary. So all these conditions, as you all know, when 1556 Akbar was crowned at Kalanur, you also know that previously Sher Shah Sur and Islam Shah Sur ruled over the North India, right? Yes, they also contributed in strengthening their land revenue system. But when Akbar came into power, they basically change all the system because Akbar was an expansionist emperor, right? They expand empire to north, south, east, west. And for the territorial expansion, as we have already told, that you required a lot of money, you required a lot of resources. Let us take an example of China. As you all know, China's economy grew very fastly, particularly after 1948. Now, after 2030, it is also projected that it will China will be surpass the US to become a first world economy. Right? At this time, it is on the second position. So, as you all know, China is an expansionist country. So, first thing that China should be focused on resources. How China should maintain resources to daily supply of the armies, to pay the handsome salary to the officials so that they will be loyal to you. So all these factors that are responsible for the strengthening the land revenue system during the time of Akbar. Right now, let us discuss it one by one. But before Dehsala, let us discuss first Zabti system. Right, Zabti system, it is also known as Bandobast system, or the Todar Mal settlement system. It is improved by the Raja Todar Mal, and it is introduced in the area from Lahore to Allahabad and the Malwa to Gujarat. Yes, you should keep in mind where these systems are basically adopted, because as you all know, if you have read about the geography of India, you will be find that in the northwest region there is a scarcity of rainfall. In the Doab region, either Ganga Yamuna or the Krishna Godavari, there is a plenty of rainfall. In the northeast region, there is also a plenty of rainfall. In Tamil Nadu area, rainfall only occur in winter, right? So, if you read the geography of India, you will find different landscape. And when in any country, different landscapes or different physical features will occur, you cannot impose only one policy on that particular area, right? You have to introduce many policy according to the area specific. That is, area specific policy should be adopted. That is why Japti system is adopted Lahore to Allahabad and Malwa to Gujarat. Now, what is Japti system or the Bandobast system actually? Nothing, but you should keep in mind that the classification of land in Polaj, right? Padoti, sorry, Parti, Chachar, okay, Chachar and Banjar. Apart from this factor, in Japti system, there are many factors that are considered, like how irrigation facilities is well developed and in that region, is there any occurrence of natural calamities? When all these factors are considered, then the share of the estate will be decided, right? Then according this, the estate share will be fixed. This is called the Japti system or the Bandobast system. And basically, extended version of this system is called the Dehsala system, which is adopted in 1580. Right now, what is the Dehsala system? You need to keep in mind two factors. Right, first is average produce, and second is average price. Both average produce, right, and average price of the each crops, right, each crop over the last 10 years, which is basically taken, I think, 60 15 69, right, 1560, sorry, 71, 1571 to 1580, you can say 1570 to 1580. These 10 years are taken, and then average produce were calculated, and the state share, that is 1 by third of the average produce, was decided as a state share. And the state share is stated in the case when you have a grain, you have not cash, you have to sell that grains, you have to sell their produce, and then you have to pay it in the cash. So last 10 years, you can say 1570 to 1580, these are calculated. Two things are calculated. First is average produce calculated, second is average price calculated of different crop. Based on this calculation, 1 by third of the average produce of the states here, and then it is implemented in the 1580. You have to note here that on which area this system was implemented. So this system is implemented in the region of Awadh, ठीक? Apart from Awadh, Agra, ठीक है? Delhi, okay, Multan and Lahore. So Agra, Awadh, Delhi, Multan and Lahore, in these areas the Dehsala system was implemented. In Japti system implemented Lahore to Allahabad and Malwa to Gujarat, right? These two systems are clear. Now let us move to third, that is Nas or the Kankut or the estimation, ठीक? Okay, it is also called Kankut or the estimation system. This system is basically based on the estimation. Now, on the what basis you will estimate? The basis is that the peasant, on the basis of what he had paid in the past, right? That is, suppose a peasant paid in the past, and based on that calculation, the present share of the state will be decided. That is called Kankut or the estimation. Here, basically one factor is determined, that is what amount of the pigeon or what share of the pigeon paid to the state in the past, right? So it is basically Nasak or the Kankut or the estimation system. Now, last one is Galla Bakshi or Batai system. Okay, if you belong from the North India, in the rural area, this system is somehow prevalent still, right? Now, how this system will be decided? Suppose this is a stock of the grain, right? Now, it will be divided into, let's suppose, three part. Let's divide it into three part. This is the grain stock, and let's divide into which part? Four part. Sorry, four part. Now, the state share suppose will be one part, and the remaining part will be the share of the pigeon. So the share, the part that was share of the state will be given to state as a land revenue, and all these part that are remaining will be left with the pigeon. So these are called batai, and batai is basically done with the crops or grain. And if state want the share in the case, then this part will be sell, and when the pigeon will get amount, they will pay to the state. So all these are adopted by the Akbar on the different area based on the different factors that we have already discussed, like classification of land, irrigation facilities, productivity of land also determined. Over all these determination, the state share will be decided. So, and two officials you should keep in mind. One is Karodi, and second is Kanungo. Now, what is the work of these officers? Basically, Kanungo determine or taking assessment basically on the basis of that factor that I have already told you, that is productivity, irrigation facility, etc. And then it is verified by the Karori. So here, operation of the pageant basically become the limited, right? Because it is paperized in the form, and when the land revenue or the states here basically paperized in the form, basically then the tax collector will not be able to oppress the pigeon. That is why different system were adopted, and the officials were basically tightened by the Akbar, so that they will not or they cannot involve in the corruption. So I hope all these four systems are understandable, and if you have any doubt you can ask in comment section, and you have to also reply the answer of that question that I have asked earlier. So thank you for listening. Let's meet in another wonderful video.